Good afternoon, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. It is Monday today. It is the 14th of September, and this is a special edition video for Out of the Stash at Last. Welcome. How are ya? Did you have a good weekend? I had a good one. It was busy. Saturday after work, I went and petted the puppies. They were mostly beagles and labs, so I did not bring one home because I don't really want larger dogs anymore. So they got to stay there, or hopefully they were adopted. And once I was done there, I went and joined Dan at the kitchen place, and we talked kitchen design with the designer. We still don't know for sure if we're going to do it or not, but we did come up with a good idea, a good plan for it, which was helpful. Please excuse Sapphire. She always barks. Sapphire is not my dog. It's 2 houses down. So, yeah, we went and did the kitchen thing. And then yesterday, got my bedroom and bathroom cleaned. And did a little cleaning on the main level. And then what else did we do? We did sit out on the deck for a while. My sister and her family came over because we were having, I think I've mentioned that we had a new water softener installed because our old one quit. And I kept complaining that the water was not soft. And so I called my brother-in-law, and he came over and looked at it, and the plumbers had forgotten to take it out of bypass mode. So that is why I did not have any soft water. So that's been taken care of. After that, they left. We just kind of hung out on the porch for a while. Then we had dinner, and then I tried to stitch, and I put the same section in 4 times and tore it back out, and finally decided that that was enough. Looks like we're going to have plane noise today. The base is just not too far from here, and on certain days they practice takeoffs and landings, and I think that's what they're doing today. Probably because they knew I was trying to record. It has not been a good day today. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It has been not a good day, and it started last night with my stitching. So I put the same section in 4 times. Finally said, no, I'm done, and just sat in my chair and watched TV. So, and then this morning at 9, I was supposed to have a sprinkler system person come, and he was running a little late. He did eventually show up, but he managed to break my brand new reverse osmosis system. So I think it's fixed now, but that has eaten up most of the day today. So yeah, maybe he'll give me a break on my sprinkler system. I could only be so lucky. So then I went downstairs and I did my stash dive, and here I am on the deck trying to make a video. So, as I said, I hope you had a good weekend, got some stitching done. Hopefully you did not have a visit from the frog, but I have sent him on his way. I told him go visit someone else. So hopefully he listened and is gone now. Alright, so let me just start, because this might take a little while. I have a big bag. There is going to be crunchy noises, crinkly noises. I apologize. I've just kind of thrown things in a bag. So, is what it is. If it annoys you, you can always mute it, I guess. So anyway, this is the one of the ones that I'm going to do for sure. Positively, absolutely, there will be no changing my mind on this one. And that is Manor at Peacock Hill from With Thy Needle and Thread. There. I have always loved this one. I have no idea why I have never stitched it. It's got nothing, no specialty stitches or anything in it that would prevent me from doing so, but I have never done it, and so no time like the present. I have, and I'm wondering if I need to change my fabric. I've got a piece of 40 count vintage light exemplar in here, but I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the one color, and I'm thinking that I might need to darken this fabric up a little bit, but you know, this must have gone to StitchCon with me too, because I have my StitchCon 3x3 piece of wood in here. So anyway, it's all kitted up. I've got all the floss and the fabric, but I may rethink this fabric. We'll see. So that is a definite, absolutely yes. This one, I would like to say it's a definite, absolutely yes, but I don't know. Just as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, oh, where'd you come from? Huh. Must have fallen out of my bag. It's a scissor fob that I made. We'll just show it while it's got, this stone has some sparkly bits in it. I don't know if it's showing up on, there it is, you can kind of see it. And a little sewing machine. Little teeny tiny scissors. They must have fallen out of this bag. So now they're back in the bag. Okay, where was I? Oh. As I'm sitting here, I'm second guessing myself on this one. But I hope I stick with it, because this is a kind of a different Mira for me. Usually I do the Elegant Ladies. She's still elegant, but she's a little more Dan style maybe. So she's called Cathedral Woods Goddess. I love the color of her dress. And I've chosen Fresco. Oops. Don't want to lose my floss. 32 count Fresco, which has hints of green and pink in it. And I think it'll be really pretty with that. So I'd like to say definitely yes to this one, but I don't know. I might change my mind again. I hope not. I hope I stick with it. Oh, he just took off again. So this is one I don't have the fabric for. It's from 2008. It's called Heart of America. It's a Little House Needleworks design. Got all the floss that have been there since 2008. But it looks like this. Cute design. Very cute design. And again, there's no real reason why I haven't stitched it other than I just haven't stitched it. So that would be a good one to get done, I think. What's in this bag? This is an old magazine. I think I've also mentioned that Marie Barber is one of my favorite designers. I usually find her pieces in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is the October 2015 issue, and it is called Hydrangeas and Roses. And again, I have all the fabric and the floss ready to go. It's all DMC. This is 32 count Creek Bed Brown. Not sure why I chose 32 count, because I usually like 40, but there must have been a reason. I don't know what that reason would be. Let me look at the chart real quick. Looks like it's mostly all full crosses. There's a little bit of back stitching. I don't know. I do not know. It's entirely possible that that was before I started stitching on 40 count. Possibly, because that's just been the last 3 or 4 years, maybe 5, and this is, like I said, this is from 2015, so that might have been one of the last things I kitted up with 32 count. And I've got, like I said, all the DMCs are ready to go. That's a contender. What else? Quilts for All Seasons from Paula Vaughn. I really like this fall wagon one. But I don't know if you'll be able to see these really well. But that's all the different charts in this book. And I have to say that I like pretty much every single one of them. And, you know, if I was going to live to be 500, I'd like to stitch every single one of them. But the November one is top of the list. I really like August too, which looks like, let me find August. That's April. Looks like kids are maybe getting out of school. August. Looks like that. So one of those could be a potential. I've wanted to stitch them for a long time and I haven't done it yet, so that could be a potential start. This is a Prairie Schooler. I like this Thanksgiving one. I've done the one for Christmas, and I did it 40 count over. No, I did it 28 count over 1, I think. So it's pretty teeny tiny. Could have been 40 count over 1. I'll have to check on that before I cut fabric, because I don't have the fabric for this one. But this is all the floss. I like that. You can't hardly see it here, but there's a pop of blue in there, right there. And I like that. So that's also a potential. Good potential there. What's next? Yes. This is a Rosewood Manor called Antique Baskets. I have always liked this one. It's been in my stash forever. This came out in 2004, but for some reason I pass it by, and then every time I see someone has stitched it, I go, oh, that's so gorgeous. I haven't pulled anything for it yet. But it's a possibility. You can also take, I don't know if you can see down here, you can take the individual letters and spell out welcome if you didn't want to do the whole thing. You can also take just one, use your initial. So it's a pretty versatile chart. This one was gifted to me. A gal, gosh, a long time ago, stitched it and posted her finish, and I was absolutely in love with it. The chart was already out of print, and she was kind enough to send me her chart. I wish I could remember her name, but we're talking years and years ago. And again, it's one that I would love to do and just never have. It's one of my favorite things. It's a house, a Victorian house, and this picture doesn't do it justice. It's a Spirit of Spring is the name of it. It's a color charts. I don't know if you can find it online if you are interested or not, but artist's name is Burton Dye, D-Y-E. So that one's got potential. Okay. This is another Marie Barber piece. And if I'm honest, it's probably higher up on the maybe list than the other one I showed you. There's a lot of cute things in here. There's a Four Seasons band sampler. Isn't that pretty? But that's not it. These Santas are to die for. Look how nice those are. Look at their faces. They're so lifelike. Love it. My sister would like those. And I think they're all four in here. I'm getting to it. I'm getting into it. Okay, this one is called Red Birds. It's cardinals and flowers. And it's stunning. Isn't that pretty? Again, it's all cross stitched. There may be a little bit of back stitching in it, but I don't think. The fan just fell over. I tell you, it is not my day today. It is so not my day. So on 28 count, it would be like a 15 by 15 piece of linen. So it's not terribly huge. Stitch count is 158 by 245. So, and no back stitching is awesome. It kind of reads Christmas to me, but I don't think it really is supposed to be. So you could probably leave it up all year. Anyway, it's a beautiful piece. I've wanted to stitch it for a long time. And potentially, it could be high on the list. Looking to see if there was anything else in here you might be interested in seeing. I don't think so. Okay. This is another book of Paula Vaughn. It's called Grandmother's House, and the cover photo is one that I would like to stitch. But there's also this one on the back with the blue bowl. I think what has kept me from stitching this is the blue. I'm not a blue person, so I was thinking maybe I would change that bowl to a green, like a, you know, if you have some of the old handheld kitchen tools from, I don't know, it was probably the 30s and 40s. There's a green color, like a jadeite green, and maybe changing the bowl to a jadeite green, because then it would match. It would go in the kitchen. But that particular chart is called The House That Love Built, and I have always wanted to stitch it. There's quite a few in here. Let me see if do they have a I don't think this book has a picture of them all. So we'll flip through real quick, just in case you're interested. There's the one I like. Isn't that pretty? That bowl would be a bugger, though. That one. That one. That one. The thing about Paula Vaughn's, which is probably what keeps me from stitching them, is all the frickin' back stitching. I'm not a fan. It absolutely makes the picture, though. So you kind of got to do it. But I just, ugh. Look at that piano, isn't that cool? So that is Grandmother's House from Paula Vaughn. Lots of pretty pieces in there that I would love to stitch up. I'm not going to live that long. Okay, Christmas Garden. Blackbird Designs. Got fabric and floss. Just have never started it. This is not one of my older ones, but it is older than like last week, so hang on. Okay, Christmas Victorian from Debbie Patrick. This is from 2002. Fabric is in here, it's cut, it's ready to go. It's a 28 count white Jubilee. The other ones I've stitched have all been over 1. I think it's beautiful. Now I probably would leave this off down here. I don't really want it to say the year. So that's a possibility. Uh-oh, guess what? It's another Paula Vaughn book. Quilts of the Bible. I've already done this one. It's actually at the shop for a frame because the frame is looking a little dated. This one has them all in here. So I can show it to you like this. Let's see there. That's better. And the one that's calling my name the most, well, there's 2 that are calling my name the most. One of them is Jacob's Ladder, which is this one. And the other is Joseph's Coat. But all of them are spectacular, and I wouldn't mind stitching any of them. Next up, another oldie but a goodie, is Song of the People from Told in a Garden. Now on this one, I definitely think I want to do it over 1 on 25 count. I'm going to leave the words off because I don't need the words on there. And I'm debating as to whether I want to leave that off too. I don't know. I might leave that fence off and just do this border down here. I haven't decided. And I wouldn't have to decide until I had all the other stitching done. But that is a potential one. I've been staring at it a lot lately. So it could happen, folks. It could happen. Another one that, again, this is not one of my older ones. It's only from 2017. But I have pulled it out to start and then have changed my mind multiple times. So it does qualify, meets the criteria. It is Let Freedom Ring from Lila's Studio. And I think the reason I haven't done this is just the sheer size of that building. It's huge. But I do love it a lot. And it would be stunning when it was finished. So, and if you don't start it, it'll never be finished. It'll just sit there in its little bag and rot. So, and I do somewhere have the fabric and the floss. Somehow they've been separated, but I do have it somewhere. Another blackbird. Again, it's all kitted. Got the fabric, got the floss. I stare at it all the time. Don't know why I haven't started it, but it's the Bells on Christmas Day, and it is this one with the checkered house on it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love me a checkered house. There's a bigger picture too. Isn't that pretty? And again, I think I've got 40 count legacy cut for that. So it's a good contender because it's all ready to go. This one is, I've only had for a couple of years, but I have pulled it out, put it away. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink. Don't mind the shuddering. That's better. Okay, it's a kit. It's a Russian kit, I believe. It's called Winter is Coming. I've pulled it out, looked at it several times, thought about starting it, have never done it, but it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I think the reason why maybe I haven't started this one is because the threads are not DMC. Finca, is that a type of, yeah, I think that's the type of thread it is. But I'm always afraid I'm going to run out when in a kit, so I usually like to do the DMC because that I know is readily available. But we'll see. We'll see. It's so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh yes, there's still more. Coming up next, I've had this one for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe. It's called the Corsica River Sampler. It's from Queenstown Sampler Designs. I saw it at Market hanging on their wall, and literally the drool just ran out of the corner of my mouth. This picture does not do it justice. It's got black work in it, which I think probably what is preventing me from starting it. But I will start it sometime. That time may be at hand. But this is what it looks like. And I have all the called for. I have the fabric and the called for of, I think it's MPI. Yeah. MPI Silks. So it's ready to go, but this is 40 count, I think. And this is cut to the size that I need. Keep going, keep going. So again, probably the sheer size is also preventing me from starting it, because time is so limited. But then everything I start is big, so you will notice there are no real small things in this grouping. But that's alright. Big is beautiful, right? Big is beautiful. Alright, next up, this is an old one. Been in my stash for a long time. I had a piece of 30 count for it, but I don't really like 30 count. I think that's why I did not ever do it. I'm sure you're all going to be familiar with it. It's from the Souvenirs of Summer, Blackbird Designs. And it is the one that is called Summer Jubilee, I believe. Let me see if I can find the colored picture of it. Seriously, there's no colored picture in here? How is that even possible? Oh, it's in the back cover. Summer Jubilee. It is that one. And it calls for a 30 count. And I don't really like 30 count. And so recently I got in some 18th century Blackbird in 40 count. So that one's probably pretty high up on the list. Possibly. I don't know how you make these decisions. I don't know. Probably what will happen is we'll get to the week that I need to start another one, and I'll just stick my hand in and pull one out. So this is an old Stoney Creek book. It's number 166. It goes back to, I like houses, I like buildings. So it's this. All the charts are in this book. I think I would do the long one. There is a crap ton of backstitch in this. I'm going to just show you just a little bit of a chart. Just a little bit. Look at that. Look at all that backstitching. Oh, that is definitely why I haven't started this. But I still love it. Like I said, it's been in my stash for probably since this came out. 1996. That's old. You know, and I could just do, like, there's a needle workshop. I could just do that. But I kind of like the idea of doing the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're getting to the last of it for this time. Now, like I said, I did not go through my entire stash, but I went through part of it. I don't have as big a stash as what people might think, because I mostly have started everything. This is a hardback book. It's called the Heritage Village Collection. It's a Department 56, and this is North Pole Village. I don't know if they give a, let me see, each So, like, I don't think there's a place where you can just see all of them on one page. Let me look. But I don't think so. I think it's all individual. Yeah, it's all individual. And there is that's how many charts are in the book. Now, I have 2 of them finished. And I dug them out of my drawer to show you. So please don't mind the wrinkles because they've been wadded up in this bag. Before that, they were wadded up in the drawer. Okay. There. How's that? This is Santa's Woodworks. And I guess this one is not 100% finished. And the reason it's not 100% finished is because, as you'll see on this one, I did these when I was a fairly new, well, sort of new stitcher to, this is an even weave. Let's see, the other one doesn't have the corners on it yet. I think it's because those corners were a bear to do with the back stitching and I just didn't want to deal with it. Probably it would be okay now. But aren't those pretty? They would look awesome all in a grouping over my Christmas village. I don't know if we want to, do you all want to see all of them? This is Santa's Lookout Tower. This is the North Pole Express Depot, which I did. This is Elfie's Sleds and Skates. Santa's Woodworks, which you've seen. I have no idea how I decided which ones to do on these. I must have been a better decision maker back then. This is Orly's Bell and Harness Supply. Santa's Workshop. Huh, I can hear my dog pawing at the window. I left them in because all they do is bark. Reindeer Barn. Elves Trade School. Nini's Dolls and Toys. And there were actual Department 56 buildings that matched this. Rimpy's Bakery. Elf Bunkhouse. Tassie's Mittens and Hassel's Woolies. That's a mouthful. But I think it's 2 businesses in one. Santa's Bear Works. I think we're getting to the end. Elfin Forge and Assembly Shop, which is kind of a cool one. and the post office. So, as if that was not bad enough, they also have the Dickens Village series. I haven't stitched any from this one though, but I would like to. Yes, indeed. So that's a possibility. I haven't stitched one of those for a long time. And I did not grab the book that this is in, but long time ago in a magazine, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, there was a triptych, an Amish triptych, and I did the part 1, and I've never gone back and finished the rest of it. So this is part 1. I have the fabric, I have the floss all pulled. I should finish this so I can get it up and hanging on the wall sometime before I'm dead. But maybe, I don't know. And then the last thing I have to show you is, again, I haven't located these came from a magazine. I can't remember which magazine though. And I couldn't find it today. I didn't look that hard for it. I ran across these and I thought, well, I'll just show them while I've got them out. But it's a series of buildings. Again, I like buildings. So there's that one. So if any of you know exactly what that came out of and want to let me know so it narrows down my searching, that would be great. Again, this is just a white even weave, probably Lugana or Jubilee. A lot of back stitching in these too. And this one. And I don't know how many there were. I know there were probably more than 3. But I only did 3. Maybe there were only 3. I don't know. But anyway, I should make sure I know for sure, and if there were only 3, get these framed up. So those are my potential ones for out of the stash at last. I got a lot of them are big. I tried to find small ones I tried to pick only those things that I was like stopped and stared at. So I went through a lot of things, but a lot of them were like, yeah, I like that, but no. Yeah, I like that, but no. Yeah, I like that, but no. And I did try and choose some of the older ones, because I have a lot from the last 4 or 5 years that I haven't stitched. But I wanted to try and choose some older ones. So, there you have it. And I'm wondering what you guys are going to work on, and I'm hoping that all of you will join us. I know quite a few of you who commented on the last 2 videos said that you were going to go through your stash and see what you could find. There were a few of you that said you hadn't been stitching long enough, which I can understand, but if you, like I said, if you have 4 pieces in your stash, then start them. If you have, even if it's something you've already started, go ahead, just join us and post your pictures, and so we can all enjoy them. Again, I'll try and remember to put the information about Out of the Stash at Last in the box below. And I think I'm probably just going to go ahead and cut it off since we got a neighbor doing something back there. So I hope you enjoyed this. You can weigh in on what you think I should do if you want. I don't guarantee that I would listen, but you're welcome to weigh in on it. So, you take care. It'll probably be Wednesday before I hopefully get a chart of the day video. I've already picked what I'm going to do, but Tuesdays are usually fairly busy, and I know Lori's leaving early tomorrow. So depending on how busy the mail orders are, that might keep me busier since she'll be leaving. But hopefully you enjoyed this, enjoyed seeing some of the older things. I enjoyed showing them to you and talking about them a little bit. So you take care until next time. Bye.